my
was
voice
that?
recorder up. Okay, the Skype recorder's on. My other thing is Audacity is recording, and the Windows thing is recording. All right.
So we're good.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Full Assault podcast. This is number 3, I believe. And I'm here myself. I clean up with Elementary.
What's up?
Craze Spartan.
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
Ricky Rapscallion.
What up?
And the famous, always infamous, the toast with the most grain, Toast Bomb Halo.
Hello.
So, guys, today was E3. No crap. And, what did you guys think of Microsoft's overall presentation? First and foremost, what were your favorite parts besides Halo? Okay, because we all know that was the best.
Okay, wait, someone else can go. I'm looking this up right now.
Right. What were some of your guys' favorites, besides Halo?
I loved that the trailer that played. I think it was right before the Halo trailer. It was called Ori Blind Forest or something like that.
Pretty cool.
Wow.
It was a kind of a 2D artistic platformer looking game.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that looked really interesting.
Almost like a Limbo.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like
It
an
reminds
Yeah,
artsy
that's how it was described to
Limbo-ish.
people. It was described to the press as Limbo-esque.
And
Yeah.
dude, it looked gorgeous. It did. It didn't look like an
Yeah.
indie game, like a true indie game, I guess you'd say. Not that cheap feeling. It looked
It
very
had that-
artsy.
Yeah, it had the artistic and produced quality of an actual Xbox title, but
Right.
that feel of an indie game, that sort of the 2D platforming sort of a lot like Limbo, like you said.
Right. Crazed?
Oh man, there was just so much today. Xbox just brought it. They just brought
Yeah,
it across
yeah.
the board.
Yeah, they did.
Oh man, there was just so much. But the whole time, I was just honestly just waiting for the Halo title. But Sunset Overdrive blew me away.
Yeah.
I had nothing on that. I mean, I was really not excited at all. But then I saw it in action. I was like, God, it is funny. And it looks like it's just going to be a blast to play.
Yeah.
I got excited about that one, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I followed Insomniac Games through
Ratchet and Clank and stuff.
so Ratchet and Clank, not only that, but the Resistance.
Yeah.
When they came out with Resistance, that was pretty good. It was a decent game, and it was a PS3 exclusive FPS. And I always thought, well, why don't they get behind it more? You know what I mean? And it was just well, all right, never mind. But I mean, Ted Price has always been cool. He's always kind of bended a little bit. He's always thought outside the box, I guess you'd say,
Yeah.
especially with Ratchet and Clank. And when I heard of Sunset Overdrive, I was like, oh, well, whatever this is. And then I watched the trailer today, and I watched the gameplay, and I was like, I'm sold. I got to get this.
It was so good.
I was throwing my wallet at the
And
TV screen.
I
I was
loved
like,
how,
fuck this, I got to do it.
They started it out making it look like it's just going to be some generic military shooter thing with that guy hiding behind the box and stuff. And then the dude busts through the door and it's all cartoony. That was great.
Yeah, we were in the Skype chat earlier today watching it, and then I'm typing, oh, here we go, Homefront 2, get ready.
Yeah.
Just a crap. Because they said it, they even had, I was saying earlier, just the typical, it looked like straight out of Call of Duty 4,
Yeah.
the text on the bottom. Dude, the setup was perfect.
And then the guy comes in and he's like, oh, another cover mechanic, huh? And then he's swinging by, just going on grappling ropes and stuff. And then I was like, man, this is awesome.
Yeah, that was just amazing. I was just so impressed with Xbox today. They did such a good job.
If they could do every E3 like this, bro, it would be so perfect. Just games, because you're looking at it right now, and what PS4 did is they covered the PlayStation Vita, and they covered the PSN Now, and they covered the TV aspect,
Yeah.
PlayStation TV.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
there was
this
no
is-
BS throughout that whole. It was just games. That was it.
That's what Phil Spencer said. That's what they're going to focus on. It's
But,
games.
they did show a plethora of games, and it was good. They're multi-platform, like Far Cry 4 and the new Batman game. Those seem like pretty solid games, but it's multi-platform. So I was watching to see what Xbox is going to get as well. So I like the games that are coming out. I don't know how much time I'm going to have to play them because it's like it's Halo. It's Halo,
dude.
Like
November 11th. I'm done.
I'm
done.
It's over. I might sell my 360, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at that point,
that's-
there's really no need for it, honestly.
Yeah,
I know,
at this
it's like,
point, the only reason I'm keeping
for
it is
real.
because I love the campaigns.
And you'll get those too, though.
Yes.
You get all the campaigns too. You get
I
all
know,
that
it's
stuff.
amazing.
And the cool thing about it, like, I thought they had a really good presentation. The cool thing about the campaign is that they're gonna have like game type specific campaigns, like all Warthog missions and stuff
that's
like
a neat
that.
idea.
Did you guys see
Tank
that?
missions. Come
Right.
on now.
Tanks, and more
you can
tanks
create your
is
own
what it
little
says.
playlist and stuff. That's a pretty neat idea.
Right. And if, you know, the IGN article, or not IGN article, the IGN like interview, they go through the entire menu. Every single
Yeah, I
scope
saw
of
that.
it.
Yeah.
It's cool how they split it up by game, but then it's still so like seamless. You can actually put the different missions together, like you were saying. You can pick and choose what you want. And same with the matchmaking menu. They were talking about how in the matchmaking voting options, it's actually like by game. Like you can vote for Halo 3 Pit or Halo 2 Midship or Halo 4 Haven, like, and they'll all be
Dude,
together.
how
and
torn
then
are you going to be? How torn are you going to be? Except for the Halo 4 Haven.
Well-
How torn are you going to be? Like, oh, do I want midship or do I want, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I have a feeling, at least for me, I won't be touching any Halo 4 maps for a while. I've had quite enough of that.
Right.
would
I mean,
agree with
I'll
you.
come back. Like Haven's a great map, but I mean, I've played it so many times now.
Yeah. And like, I think one of the cool things that I think I'm seeing is the fact that like all the old games are coming back. They showed Assault. They showed like Oddball, and that it was an actual selection on the menu. I was like, bro, I'm so hyped on this. And they said Forge was there. And I'm
Yeah,
like, how
they-
Forge
Apparently-
in Halo 2.
Apparently that wasn't confirmed whether or not that was going to happen until like a few days before the show, because press that was there a few weeks earlier, they didn't have confirmation on that, but they figured it out. Like,
Right.
that's going to be a thing that they're going to be able to do in their budget and their time.
Yeah,
So,
because I remember you sent me that link, and it was to Sud's channel, like their media channel. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
are you serious? How legit is this?
yeah, he just like screen capped the IGN.
Yeah,
But
and it was
before we get too much into Halo 3 or Halo anything, we the thing that I thought was hilarious was the Super Ultra Dead Rising 3
Oh my
Arcade
God.
Remix
Oh,
Hyper
yeah.
Edition EX Plus Alpha. I thought
Yeah.
that
Oh
was
my God.
amazing.
I was like, I like seriously in the
Yeah,
chat.
I love
think,
that name.
I think anybody can vouch
Oh
for
my
this.
God.
In the chat, I was roasting it so hard at the start, and then I
Really?
actually started to watch more of it, and I was like, yeah, I'm sold on this too. Like,
Just so over the
Just
top. It was
leaning
actually
into
awesome.
all, just making fun of all their crazy arcade names that they come up with those insane names for Street Fighter and stuff. It was great.
Yeah.
And they have the initial there too, which is fantastic.
yeah.
Oh, it's-
Before Halo again, did you guys watch Destiny at all on the PS4?
I missed the Sony press
Mm-mm.
conference, so I
It was
haven't
the
seen any of
first-
that yet.
It was the first game, and it was the original trailer.
Is that
Really?
it?
Are you
That's
Did
serious?
they really not like show anything else?
That's pretty much it.
Did they
dude.
talk about
That's
it at all?
lame.
Not really.
Weird.
Wow.
Wow,
Maybe they're
that's-
gonna have their own separate like event because they think it's big enough. They're just gonna have some like.
Don't they have a big
I-
thing going on tomorrow afternoon?
I wouldn't be surprised if that a lot of companies, especially big ones like Activision, they just like do their own thing sometimes with. their
No,
games,
I
so
know they're going to be having multiplayer there at E3, so
Yeah.
maybe that's why they didn't talk about it a whole lot.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, stay tuned to More Consoles channel because I know he's gonna have something on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's got some crazy inside scoop from just like talking to people at the event show floor and all that stuff.
Right. So I'm kind of anxious to see that, dude. COD, like the new COD game. Ugh. It seems
Oh,
like
that was
dude,
that was
It
such a
looks
bug
visual-
kill.
freaking
Visually, it
clunky.
looked good though. I mean, the visuals were nice. Like it looked.
yeah, it looked okay. Like, don't get me
It didn't
wrong.
look like something I want to play because I don't care for Call of Duty
right,
campaign.
but you saw like the
But-
Promethean vision, the double jump,
The
thruster,
Scarab.
the thruster pack. the Scarabs.
It's like they don't know what they want to do. Like they're outside of the box, but they don't know what they want to do with it. Like they just got like elements from all different types of games in there. Just like, hey, it's Call of Duty that's not Call of Duty. Isn't that awesome?
At least maybe they're like mixing up a little bit. I mean, you got to give them some credit. It seemed like
Like,
they're at least trying
and
to
when-
deviate somewhat. You know?
Right.
But
Like when I saw the exosuit, I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool, man!" Because you got to see it from the back, and he was like really tall, and it was just like, "Oh, well, that's pretty tight." But when that guy got his arm caught in the thing, like I put in the chat, I was like 129 hours or
I thought
whatever.
that was pretty cool when like he starts
It's like,
getting
cut it
dragged
off.
away, and you see his hand, and you're like, his hand's not moving. It's just
Oh.
like,
Right.
oh, he doesn't have one anymore. He doesn't have his arm anymore. That was
I
kind
don't
of
know
cool
though.
moment.
Like those
pretty cool.
features, you're right. They might be cool to like to innovate the series a little bit, but I don't. If I were them, I think they had such a good thing going. Like when Black Ops 2 came out, and it really kind of got the ball rolling for them on the side of competitive COD, and it got the game so like such a bigger audience, and that they kind of filled the role that all the other shooters were lacking at the time. They really
Yeah, I mean, that
had
doesn't
quite
mean
the
that stuff's
audience
not there,
there.
though. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
it'll be there.
that's
I mean,
true.
how much
It's-
crazy, insane, like weird, whatever the trophy system and all that weird stuff that was in Black Ops 2, like that stuff's all
Yeah.
there still.
Yeah, that's true. So you're right. It could be that they're showing kind of like the big gimmicky blockbuster sort of stuff now
That's what I
to get like
Mhm.
to appeal
Anything
to a
that
huge
is, like,
audience, and then
somewhat
later they'll
different,
reveal.
they're gonna try and show.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I just like I already saw it on Twitter, like the big COD exodus. Like Nade Shot's already tweeting out Halo 2 is life. You know what I mean?
I saw that.
Yeah.
And like the whole Evil Geniuses team was like, well, Halo. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was just like, this is good because they're
This
gonna
is
bring
happening.
they're gonna bring their entire following with them. And then next thing you know, new people are buying Halo.
They're making
And-
videos on Halo.
They're making videos
Yeah.
on Halo. The community's getting so hyped up, and like everybody's searching for vids, and like everybody is evolved around this whole hype. And it's like, dude, I haven't like Halo 4 had it, but I think that with this one, it's more real. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there's
Agreed.
substance there.
Agreed.
Because we already know it's a good game. They said they haven't changed
Exactly.
it. So
Right.
there's no questions it's going to be awesome.
So what they showed, it's going to have over 100 maps on top of Forge. It's going to have over
insane.
100 maps, and it's going to have the Halo 1 PC maps, like the extra ones.
And the
Wait,
Halo
I
2.
thought they
Halo
said
2
with
wondering
the
PC.
about
exception
that,
of
too.
that. I thought they said with the exception of those
No.
maps.
No, it's gonna have
No.
those
Are you
two.
sure?
Yep,
I thought the
100%.
Halo
IGN
1 and
the
2
IGN
PC
video,
maps.
they specifically said like 100 maps with the exception of PC exclusives.
No. They included like I think 2 of the Halo
Wow.
1 PC
Oh,
maps.
just two, but not all of them.
Right.
So
I don't
like
think it's
100,
all.
I think. And,
Right, but
and there
they-
was a couple Halo 2 ones that were like crap. They were just like
Right.
terrible.
Yeah, you can actually see there's a screenshot whenever they bring up the Master Chief collection. You can see that they actually have a couple of the Halo 2 PC maps on there. Like there's the
Halo
one,
2
it's
PC.
the
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
yeah, it's like a couple of the campaign maps are in the menu. Like you can clearly see them along with Assault up there as well as one of the game type choices.
I guess it doesn't
play
make much
Assault
work to
again.
put those maps in there, but Halo 2 PC exclusive multiplayer maps were not good.
They're gonna have Gemini. Anybody else hyped? Like I am?
Well, at least
I'm
you can get
so
out of the
hyped.
map on Gemini. Pretty cool.
Right, that
There's
is
some cool
true.
glitches you can do in custom games.
Bro, you can go all the way out. It's insane.
Yeah, no, you can go so far. Like I just like me and my friend figured out how to get out, or maybe we watched a video on how to get out, and we're like, how far can we just go? You like just keep walking for like 25 minutes.
Right.
I don't think there's an invisible wall. You might just be able to walk forever. Can't
Right,
remember,
and
but it's
I'm sitting there,
hard. It's
and
crazy.
this is what I seriously want to do. I want to go through every like glitch, like the invisible staircase.
Yeah.
You know, on
They did say with the exception, like
Tower.
I think what they're saying is they, you know, have everything in there with the exception of a few glitches. And I think when they refer to that, that's like, you know, game breaking stuff. That's probably just weird bugs that crash the game or something. I don't know if
Right.
that counts as like, you know, Stairway to Heaven being able to like sword fly out of maps or whatever. I'm not sure if that counts.
Well, see,
I think
like
they
that's, I
said
think,
VXR and all that stuff, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I think
Right.
part of the other thing they may have been talking about was like standbying, like the things for exploiting host connected servers, basically.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's hard to
When
tell
they've
when they're like
dedicated-
in an interview and don't have much time, so they kind of give vague answers. Hopefully, you get a little more specific. Do we know? Is there when the next like little weekly update is coming out?
They had one today. They had one today. So I was like,
Maybe
wow.
we would get information on that.
Yeah, I know they updated the website. I don't think they. If you're talking about the bulletin toast,
Yeah,
I don't think
bulletin,
they didn't
that's
put one
what I
out
meant.
today.
Oh,
That's what I was
bulletin?
Yeah, there's no
I didn't know if
bulletin
we'd
today,
get one,
this
like,
week.
Big info. Maybe we'll get one at the end of E3. Big info dump. More
Yeah,
specific.
no, they said they wouldn't do a bulletin this week,
Yeah.
but they do one
They're-
next
yeah,
week.
They're doing some live coverage on Wednesday. I'm not sure what it is.
God,
or
I don't know what it is. I think
Yeah,
it's a
hope
live event.
If it's a multiplayer, that'd be.
That would be awesome.
Bro, that
Okay.
little snippet changed my entire life, dude. Like
Dude.
legit.
Ascension looks so good. Oh my
The
god.
elites.
Yeah.
Wait,
Dude, I got misty. I'm not gonna lie.
no,
Like right when it
seriously, I think
started.
we all did. Who didn't? Who
Man.
didn't? Who didn't?
And that's
Ghost dual wheels the SMGs, kills the
Yeah.
elite,
Yeah.
and then teabags them,
Teabags,
dude.
oh my
Yeah.
god. And dude, he gets his face ripped off by somebody at tower with the snipe.
Jumping up
Yeah.
with rockets.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
I
In
still
midair.
have one question though about that. I don't know if you guys know the answer to this. I'm still a little confused. So it seemed like they're having all the Halo 2 maps, but
They
then
are.
only 6 of them are remade, and
Mhm.
apparently those 6 are in a different engine with
Yeah.
the different sniper models and all that stuff. But then you
Right.
look at like the campaign, and they have like accurate BR. It's not like different at all. So I would
Yeah.
assume that the BR or the sniper is also like the same model or whatever in the campaign, and not like this Halo 4-esque thing.
Right.
So
I think it's
how
I
is the
think it's-
multiplayer gonna work? Because if it's on a new engine, it's not gonna feel necessarily like Halo 2 or exactly like Halo 2. So how
Right.
does
Yeah,
I
I
was
think
just
it's just with those
confused.
6 maps, because those
so
are
the
like
6 maps? You're gonna get this weird like Halo 2 that doesn't really feel like Halo 2, but still sort of plays like it. Like I don't know.
right.
That seems
It's
weird.
updated. It's just
But I
updated.
think- Yeah, but I think you can also play the original. I heard somewhere, maybe
Yeah.
that was just someone
Oh,
speculating, that
yeah,
you could
I don't
actually play the original models of those two at 1080p, 60
Mhm.
FPS. So yeah, because I know what you're saying, like the sniper did look like kind of a
The
thinner,
HUD was
like,
totally different. You could tell,
reskinned-
yeah, the way like rotation was, it didn't feel. You could tell it wasn't Halo 2.
Yeah. Well, plus the shield too. Did you see the shield? It was a Halo 4 shield. It wasn't
Yeah.
a
Right.
Halo 2 shield.
I mean, that could just be a visual representation, but
true. Yeah, true.
Also, the Ascension map was changed a little bit in that too. There's like an extra platform
Yeah, right up
near
above it.
the Banshee like,
Yeah.
catwalk thing.
Yeah, there's like a Banshee, like it goes off a Banshee bridge, and there's an
Yeah.
OS that spawns there as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna have to run through like Halo 2, like the multiplayer maps and stuff,
Yeah.
and I just want to see what they've updated. You know what I mean?
Get a little refresher.
But
So-
yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think is going to be the most popular of the 4 options to play, like to vote in matchmaking? What do you think is going to? Do you think it's going to be like Halo
Halo
2
It'll
for
be Halo
for a
2
couple
off the bat.
months? Yeah. And then long run, it'll be interesting to see where people kind of settle out to, or if it's sort of a split.
Well, like, is anybody gonna pick Halo 4?
Not really.
I'll still play Halo
I-
4.
I mean, the thing about
I
Halo
can
4
say
is
I
like
probably
that's
won't for a
still
while.
that's like pre-existing. There's really no update to that, so it's like that's not the exciting really thing that's happening. It'll be cool because there will now be a ranking system with it that's like legitimate, which will be interesting and neat.
Yeah.
But initially, like Halo 2 is the big thing that's actually getting updated, so I think everyone's just gonna pick that.
It would be weird though to hop in between, like going from playing midship Halo 2 and all of a sudden you're hopping into a Haven
Yeah.
game, Halo 4, where you're suddenly not getting descoped again, and it's like that seems a little bit jarring.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
that
don't
was
know
one
if
of
that'll
the-
be a sort of
that's
continuation.
real weird.
But I was talking with Toast, and I was like, well, when you set up custom games or whatever, why don't you have like almost like an Olympiad of
Yeah.
who the best overall Halo player is
The cap
by
thing.
testing them on like 3 games of each game, like 3 games on Halo 1 maps, 3 games on Halo 2, 3 games on Halo 3, and then 3 games on Halo 4.
Battle Royale, spoiler alert.
Right, that could be it.
Yeah.
That could be it. But like,
So I was thinking about that too. Is just thinking about that. Are we going to be able to set up those custom games? We're going
Yeah.
to make them ourselves because that's what
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
yeah, they
I can pick like a ton of Halo CE maps and then a couple of the Halo 2s and throw that, and then we all join and play that. I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Vote on whichever map comes up.
yeah.
I
Did they do? I know they did playlists with a campaign, but can you do like playlists with the multiplayer maps? Did they say anything about that? Do you know?
dude, that would be
I don't
so
know.
tight. Where you just play back to back to back to back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said you
24/7
could just-
lockout VR snipes server.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, I'm all over it, dude.
The
yeah,
marathon
and that's the other
playlist.
thing. Custom
Beaver
game
Creek
searching.
shotties.
Custom game searching. Custom game searching.
Yeah, custom
Search for
game searching.
Search for
Yeah.
custom games, which is amazing.
You know, I wonder if they're gonna have like how they made the Combat Evolved maps for Halo Reach's engine. I wonder if they're gonna have like those in this game, but like be
Yeah.
running on the Halo 1 engine.
Yeah, that's another question I have is because like they're saying it's an update to Halo 1 Anniversary, but obviously there wasn't any multiplayer, so you probably wouldn't have like the updated like player models, but still running around like an old school like Wizard or something like that, where it's like blocky stuff, but it's like up-res, like the PC version of Wizard or something. That'd be kind of weird. So I don't know what they're gonna do with that. Maybe they probably would have said if they would have updated those maps too. So it'll probably just be old Halo, I would think.
And I think
for the multiplayer.
the only updates that I've heard so far is that they're just making it 1080p, 60 frames a second, and dedicated servers. Other than that, I have not heard of any other updates.
Yeah.
Music to my ears.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's all I want to hear.
God, when I heard that, I just about like, oh,
Oh,
you're
I
killing me,
flipped.
343. I'm about ready to have a heart attack. I was serious.
Yeah, no, I was just like, I freaked out, man. And my daughter asked me, she was like, "Why are you crying?" And I was just like, I told her like, it's just because I'm so happy or whatever. And I was just like, it's hard, like, to explain yourself when your heart is so full. So your eyes like do it for you. And she didn't quite like understand it, but she went back to playing or whatever. And I was just like, man, this is because like last time, the only time I've ever like got upset over a video game was when I like left my original Xbox on overnight, and they were shutting down the servers, and I lagged
Oh
out,
yeah.
and I never got to play again. Like that was just the saddest time for me.
Never
And then-
say never.
And then little did you know,
All of them again.
they're coming back. Yes. Oh my god, dude.
Oh,
And
I'm
it's
Okay,
excited.
guys, so let's do this game. Okay, so they're making 6 HD remakes of Halo 2 maps. We know now, of course, that Ascension is one of them.
It's got to be midship one. Got
Think
it.
so?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's got to be.
All right, we got Ascension, Midship,
Sanctuary.
Lockout, Sanctuary. Oh yeah, they've got to do
Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Right,
Yeah.
This,
Yeah.
this is what I heard on NeoGAF, I guess, is Frank said these are the 3 that are kind of confirmed. I haven't checked out myself, is Lockout, Ascension, and Zanzibar. Those are the 3
Ooh,
confirmed.
Zanzibar would make
I
sense.
guess. Yeah. That's
What about
kind of like an
Blood Gulch?
iconic map.
I would say, yeah, Coagulation would definitely be one of mine.
No, Ivory Tower.
Ivory Tower. No, I didn't care for
It's
Ivory
been-
Tower.
It's been done.
I-
though.
It,
I don't
it was
think,
the most.
that's the thing is like,
Bro,
I
it
would
was
hope
the
they would
most
do
played
maps that
map
really-
on Halo 2.
that's true. But I would hope that they would maybe like do maps that haven't seen a remake, really.
I'd like
I
to
guess
see
Midship
Longshore
did,
remade.
But Midship's too awesome to not do it.
God,
Longshore.
I guess
I
Lockout
am
did
so
too.
glad.
Dang, never mind. I'm lying.
I'm
But
so glad you said Longshore. God, I love it.
Dude, Team Snipers on Longshore is
Yeah.
the best.
Here
I
is
say
the
that.
best.
I say that like I just got done playing it. But
Here is the best. Absolutely every bit of DLC is on it. Every
Yeah.
bit. So all those longshores, the skylines and stuff like that, and all of it is going to be there.
Oh
That
wow,
is
I didn't think
amazing.
about that. I didn't think about that.
So when we get into matchmaking, we can play them all.
yep.
Holy crap!
Actually,
Craze,
awesome
you blew
map.
my mind again. Like, bro,
I try to do that once in a while.
like, I didn't think like, dude, we're gonna have all the DLC for Halo 4.
Everybody's going to have it.
Holy crap!
Yeah, there's gonna be
Everybody.
everyone complaining on Waypoint about the only DLC playlist. Well, now every playlist is an only DLC
Right,
playlist.
right.
Yeah.
Oh man, and it's only $60.
For all of
That's
them.
what's crazy. And
$15
I
per
cannot believe they're not trying to nickel and dime us with like DLC here, DLC there. Like get all the maps here, because there's so many opportunities to do that, and it's really just a true fan service. They're like, here,
Well,
we know you guys came through us on this rough time. Like we hit some bumps, we learned a few lessons, and here's your present. And it's the best present ever, and it's wrapped up with a big shiny bow.
now I have an idea, and I'm probably going to do a video on it. So stream, don't try to take this video. But what I think this is a final swan song for Bungie's Halo. And I think what we saw with Halo 5 Guardians, it said the next gen arena multiplayer. I think that's them saying, okay, we'll give you one last taste of Bungie's Halo. And then with Halo 5 Guardians, this is our Halo now. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't expect to see any more throwback maps like that. I would expect them to make fresh maps, lots
Yeah.
of them, and they're going to introduce their Halo. And just if you want,
Yeah.
they're saying if you want to play Bungie's Halo, we're going to give you everything on Xbox One, and it's great. We love it too. But I think Halo 5 Guardians is going to be
It's time for next gen.
right the next gen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a different type of game, for sure.
Man, there seriously has not been a better deal. Like, not only for just Halo, but just like gaming ever. Like, the only thing I can think of, at least for like console's sake, would be the orange box that Valve did a while back.
Say.
You know, and that was such a good deal. But now with this, you know, we get the 4 games all in HD, dedicated servers, 60 frames, 1080p, like, and then on top of all that, they give you access to the Halo 5 beta a month after the game comes out, and you get access to Nightfall, the TV show they're going to be doing. Like, that's just unheard of. Like, oh God, I'm so giddy just thinking about it. Like, I seriously cannot friggin' wait.
So
Like,
what games are you guys on? What games are on your radar right now besides like Halo?
Oh, Evolve.
Yeah.
That looks pretty
That
cool.
looks really good.
So explain that, Raps. Like,
Okay,
if
so
you can.
yeah, pretty much it's made by the people who originally made Left 4 Dead for Valve, which I thought Valve themselves actually did it. I think they're called Turtle Rock Studios are the developers for it. And the way that it works is it's a 4v1 type of game. So pretty much like you had 4 different classes that are co-op, and basically you 4 are going to try to take down the monster, which now like they've only shown 2 as of right now. One's more like a Godzilla, and this one looked like a floating like electronic squid or something. I don't know what it was, but
It was
looks
ugly.
scary as hell.
It looks scary
Yeah.
as hell and ugly.
so but
big.
like the whole point of it is for the 4 co-op players to hunt down this monster. And the way it works, and this is where the Evolve comes into play, is you start off on the first of 3 evolutions as the monster. So you start off really small, and you're trying to sneak around, like trying not to get caught by the co-op guys, and you like feed on wildlife and different things like that to gain power. And then you eventually get to level 2, which is where you can try to engage them, but you don't want to go like on full force. And then once you get to level 3, like you're like freaking Godzilla, and the tide's turning. Now they are running from you, and you become the hunter. So it's like this whole game like that, and you have all these different like tool belts, you know, on the human side that you can use. It just looks so ingenious. Like, if it's anything like Left 4 Dead, which I'm sure it is, like the game, like everything I've seen about it just looks amazing.
Yeah, it looks pretty hype, man. I've watched. They have like 15 minutes of gameplay, I think, out right now,
Yeah, they do.
and like it looked pretty cool. Like I was pretty impressed by it. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, it gives me like a 80s like Predator movie vibe. Like,
Right.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking watching it.
which is good because
And
everybody
the
loves.
classes are so like unique looking, at least. Like one of them is a robot, and one of them is like a girl with a demon looking dog creature that hunts down or
Yeah,
sniffs out the predator or the monster at first when it's
Right.
smaller. The question is, will it be fun to play as the monster? Because you don't really get that team camaraderie sort of aspect of the game. But then it might be kind of good for the people who are just trying to play by themselves if it's like in a if they have some sort of matchmaking system where if you're playing by yourself, you get to match in as a monster, and if you've got a team, you go in with your other monster hunters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Crazed, besides Fable Legends, what's on your radar?
Fable Legends.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
To be honest, one of the games that I was really interested in was The Division.
I missed
kind
the
of like
trailer
the way
for
that one looks. Like, from what I understand from it, it's kind of like an RPG, but it's set in real time or modern times.
Very modern. Very modern.
I was really interested in it. I think that'd probably be a really good addition to the Xbox. I don't know. I like RPGs, that type of thing. I haven't really gotten a whole lot involved with them lately, but it would definitely be something I would like to try out and play.
Toast?
All right, I got a couple. One of them
Okay.
is No Man's Sky, which is
Yeah.
an indie-developed game that is like all about just exploring like weird, crazy planets, and the art style is like amazing. It's super striking. It looks kind of like really stylized, but at the same time like kind of realistic at the same time. Another one
Yeah.
is an indie game that's part of the Xbox indie games, the whatever, I forget what they're calling their indie program, but it's called Cuphead.
Yeah.
And they didn't show it off specifically, but it was in that big montage. And if you notice that there was a game that looked exactly like old school like Disney cartoons, like Popeye like style cartoons almost,
Yeah.
that was that game, and it looks crazy.
Okay.
It's like this crazy platformer that looks just like one of those shows. It's like it's
Cuphead.
uncanny.
Yeah.
It's uncanny how like it's insane. Like it just looks awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, Dell's computer. I don't want him to his computer to freak out and run so hard. So I think we're gonna end it right here. Do you guys like the Steam like stream functionality or whatever, or no?
Yeah, no, I think this is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, live stream's sweet.
Okay.
And we can next time we'll actually plan it more than 30 seconds in advance.
Right.
And then we can
Yeah.
we'll set up some cool overlays. We'll get some production value up in here.
Right.
Yeah, literally, the plan was, you guys want to do it live?
yeah. Let's do it live.
It's like
Screw
I've
it.
got the stream set up. Let's go.
Put it on
You're like-
put it on Dell's channel, and then whatever. I mean, Project Onyx has to make a Twitch account, but that'll happen soon. So
Yeah, get that
probably
go.
probably by tonight. So yeah, but this pretty much does it. Any final words from you guys?
I just want to say 343. I freaking love you guys. Like,
Yeah.
seriously.
343 made so many Halo fans' dreams come true today.
Yeah,
They are miracle workers.
yeah,
There's really only one thing to say. We back.
yeah.
We back.
Yeah, hashtag we back.
And I promise you, we'll be back. We'll be back probably next week with another stream
vengeance
just like
this
this. Yep. And I'll tell you what, guys. As always, we'll check you later.
Hell yeah. All right. Everyone, exclusive last words for the stream tonight. Thank you guys for coming out and hanging out. So
Yeah. Thank you for coming
Yeah,
out and
short
watching.
notice.
we'll give
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
some more notice next time. Let you get it planned out and ahead of time. We'll get the Project Onyx stream channel set up. We'll get some cool graphics going, and then
Does
This will be
anybody
it.
want to create one real quick? Or
I
no?
can do it. It'll be real basic, but
Yeah, just put it under your email and put it whatever,
Yeah.
just a basic email. I'll actually, you know what? I can give you the Project Onyx Gmail, and then you can set it up that way
Okay.
if you want, or whatever. Just because, dude, I'm so bogged down today. Like I didn't even have time to do anything. It sucked.
He's
Yeah.
watching the press conferences all day.
Right.
All right, everyone in the stream, we'll do some Q&As or something in the podcast next time, since you guys came out and watched. That'd be a good way to do it. But for
sure.
now, good night, everyone. Thanks for watching the stream, and look for it on YouTube exclusively on Project Onyx.
For sure.
Let me end this stream here. All right, stream's done. Yeah, sorry guys, I wasn't kind of quiet there. I was trying to for like the first half of that entire thing. I was trying to sit there and like fiddle with my settings because like the stream was lagging so hard with Skype, and I think it was just like a shitty night for like my internet is so dependent on what my neighbors decide to do with their internet. So
also you might want to think Twitch is kind of going through a lot right now.
Yeah,
It's
the whole
going
E3 thing,
nuts.
yeah. I couldn't look at, like, the channels I follow, like the live channels I follow on that little page on your profile. or whatever.
I couldn't even
Wouldn't
watch
let me.
Nated. I couldn't even watch Nated today.
yeah, it's brutal.
Well,
So yeah, that was kind of I could barely like hear you guys half the time because your voices were lagging. So
Uh,
we definitely can't use the stream to upload. So I hope you guys were all saving your own voices.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Oh.
I saved. I did the MP3